Hello and welcome to this best of 3 series between ScrambledEggSpecial and CB Drugash. Specifically, we're playing Tomb Kings against Wood Elves. Be sure to like and subscribe for more games and let's get into it. I don't think we have had a Tomb Kings game so far in the other two leagues actually, so this is very exciting. Especially like Egg has been playing just the cool factions. Not one faction that he played was like the top level factions. So this is super cool to see. So for the side of the Tomb Kings, we actually have Grand Hierophant Katep on his chariot with Sandstorm, Jaffs, and Usarian's Incantation of Vengeance. This is basically Melkoth's. So very, very good spells. He plans to dominate the Wood Elf what is it called? The Rider Core, Wild Rider Core, with just overcasting or casting the Usarian's Incantation. Is the overcast the same? No, it's just adds a extra speed debuff, so very good spell. Chosen of the Gods, a classic unit when it comes to Tomb Kings, basically the best DPS unit that you have. Especially these guys have a number of missiles, and then those missiles split. You're gonna see that in action. We also see a Cimmerian War Sphinx, basically an anti-infantry fighter, to go into stuff like the Glade Guard and the Eternal Guard. Other than this, we just have a huge line of zombies just going forward. These guys are basically, do they have full capture rate? No, they don't, but they kind of don't even have the expendable capture rate, the expendable trait for some reason. I don't know why, but they don't have full capture rate. They're going to be rolling in on forward. And then we have a Spellsinger of Shadows, basically with Pit of Shades and Enfeebling Foe. Basically, Melkoth into the Skeletal Horseman kind of isn't like the best. So that's why I assume like there isn't a Melkoth in this game. And we actually get Sisters of Twilight. So Sisters of Twilight, pretty cool unit. They have a bunch of cool spells, especially Eagle Quiver. And they're super annoying, but they aren't on their dragon, they're just on their eagle. So they're just coming in to bully stuff like the Cimmerian War Sphinx or Grand Hierophant. And other than this, we have a couple of Glade Guard, so no stealth units, no Waywatcher Kite and the likes. And we have a couple of Eternal Guard in the front with a first summon in being Dryads. On the side of Egg, we see a first summon being the Nehekaran Warriors, and he's just scouting for the opponent's army to see what he actually has, because even if you just have skeletons, right, you don't want to sacrifice them freely. And yeah, just moving forward, you need to be like very, very careful when you're moving forward. But this might be a classic scrambled egg special, which is a build-up game, right? He's gonna keep juking with Hierophant here. Not going to be wasting any ammo from the Chosen of the Gods, but he concluded and basically probably counted down the units on the side of Drugash and concluded that there aren't any stealth units that are specific here, and is going to basically be moving out forward. Also, again, Sisters of Twilight are basically super annoying to deal with, especially because you have nothing to take care of them, right? And they're just going to be trying to pick off a bunch of the models here, and unless you summon in the snakes. Does he summon in the snakes? Nope, he's gonna ignore the Sisters of Twilight for now. So he's gonna actually get them back into the forest just so that they can potentially dodge some shots from the Sisters of Twilight. But yeah, Cimmerian War Sphinx actually using its 200 freaking ammo to shoot into the Sisters of Twilight is pretty funny. And yeah, these guys are back into the forest, just because when you're in the forest, shooting basically can be obstructed by trees. Unfortunately, that guy takes it in the face, but yeah, sometimes you can get basically screwed by the trees. Oh, very ballsy play from Drugash here, man. Oh my god, being bodied by the Cimmerian War Sphinx? Is he really going to lose? Usarian's cast just to slow her down? What a huge mistake and throw from Druga. They shatter. Oh no. Every single hit connected. 38, they say. They say, you have zero melee defense against me. What a murder machine, 700 value in 3 hits. Oh my god, that must feel terrible for the side of Drugash. He just got bodied by the Chimerian War Sphinx. And now Egg is like, I'm just gonna move forward about now. You just wasted like 1800 gold on your lord that you potentially have to resummon that didn't get any value. It's time to farm you now, man. And I don't blame him. He should definitely be moving forward to completely farm the opponent. Glade Captain actually summoned here. Again, very cool unit. I don't see this unit at all often, but he is there, or she is there, I don't know, to basically try and poke at the Chosen of Gods. But honestly, that hit was pathetic. Like, come on, let's see another one. Is this actually doing damage, or is this just a meme? Oh my god, that was 100 damage. That is pathetic. So this lady is not going to be doing much. And now we also see a summon of Screaming Skull Catapults, basically the ultimate fuck you to all types of Wood Elf play, especially if you don't have Arrows of Kurnos, which we saw the 3 units, so we actually do know that there isn't an Arrows of Kurnos in this game, and they aren't banned fully. They're just limited to 1. So he has the Spellsinger, the Glade Captain, who doesn't have the Arrows of Kurnos, and then the Sisters of Twilight. What an unfortunate turn of events for the side of Drugash, just throwing his lord in. Oh no. And other than this, we see another Screaming Skull Catapult. He's just gonna bombard them. Oh no, he's just gonna play the value game and get rid of the Wood Elves. And this is the problem with Wood Elves, right? They have such a difficult time dealing with stuff like catapults if they can't compromise them. But him basically throwing the Lord and needing to summon in like 2.5k worth of value again is such a huge disadvantage that I don't know if... because that lady basically stops stuff like the Lord or the Screaming Skull catapults from being as open as they are. And now with 2 catapults being online, Egg is just gonna bombard, even though it's in the forest like most of the time. He's just gonna keep bombarding. Very nice also, Skeleton Horseman just charge in. Oh, a direct hit. 30% HP from the Glade Guard instantly being done. Very nice Pit of Shades from Drugash's side. It isn't all bad here. So the Pit of Shade basically taking care of this Nehakaran warrior unit, but it is a huge problem that both the Chimerian War Sphinx and Kotep just are gonna have their way with your Dryads, right? They're gonna be turned into twigs by the time these guys are done with them. And they're just gonna backcharge this spear unit in the back and basically take care of them too. And Screaming Skull Catapults, man, such a good unit. One of the best catapults in the game, probably besides the Plague Claw catapults, I would say. So they just keep bombarding the Wood Elf infantry, and just because of the Sisters of Twilight, where are they? They're just there trying to shoot at Kotep. So his play, this is what he should have done, right? Just stand in front of Kotep, potentially kill him, and then he can compromise stuff like the Screaming Skull catapults. But at this point, it's just a huge bombardment. It's just a difference in technology at this point, right? There's just too many units coming in, and even though these guys are in the trees, so the Ushabti are gonna take like a penalty from the terrain. Man, this is pathetic when you see like 15 melee attack on a unit and just 12 bonus versus infantry. Like, please give Ushabti a bit of a buff, man. They kind of need it. But what a misplay from the side of Drugash, going in with the Sisters of Twilight and then get absolutely bodied by Kotep and by the Chimerian War Sphinx. It missed 0 attacks. It was like left, right, left, left, right, and it was done. Chosen of Gods not being able to get their value, but they just didn't have enough time. Same thing for the rest of the warriors. It kind of doesn't matter what type of value that they got. They were just there to stand on the points and move forward. And yeah, at the end, look at this Screaming Skull Catapult, 900 value, basically taking care of all of the Glade Guard, because there just wasn't anything to kill the side of Egg. And very masterfully shown on how to play a small build-up into a huge fight. I feel like you either need, the Wildwood Rangers and then a full surround. I think these guys have stock, if I'm not mistaken. So you do a build-up yourself, probably, and then compromise the backline. but you have to be careful of the mass spam of horsemen, right? This is the most annoying thing about Tomb Kings, is they have 8 potentially very cheap horsemen that they can just spam out to both capture objectives and to just tar pit stuff down, because undead don't crumble. Undead crumble, they don't rout. So even if they get charged by stuff like the Wild Riders, I don't know, and a Wood Elf player can tell me if this is a super favorable matchup for each side. I feel like it's Tomb King favored either way, just because of the catapults and the Ushabti, but I'm not sure. Though, again, a bunch of the cav can just get stuck in stuff like the skeleton horsemen, while the rest of your units are just, again, stuck. It's kind of like the undead game. They kind of DPS check you most of the time, or they summon in something like the Chosen of the Gods or the Sphinxes, and then you're against them trying to DPS check you with a bunch of skeletons, and you have to defend your flanks from the carry pieces. But masterfully played by Scrambled Egg, and congratulations to him for winning this series 2-0. So on to the next series, guys.